Shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh, by Shimi Al-Shai, Bashim Kadash, the honest, the elders, and apostles of great millstone that rule well. Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is the BBC News, and it says livestock farming polluted rivers 300 times in 1 year. Yeah, this earth is defiled, man. Because Esau doesn't know how to take care of the earth. There are around 2.6 million dairy cows in the UK. As it says, livestock farms in England polluted rivers 300 times last year, causing 20 major incidents, according to the latest government figures. Yet only 6 farms were persecuted in 2021, with the Environment Agency giving out warning letters instead. Because they're not serious, man. What are warning letters, man? These people are supposed to be done in, go in prison, and exposed, man. The dairy industry, mostly thanks to the waste its millions of cows produce, is the worst environmental offender. Wow, linked to half of all farm pollution. The government said persecution was a last resort for president offenders. The National Farmers Union, NFU, said all farmers took their environmental responsibilities seriously and that they were taking voluntary action through industry-led initiatives to drive improvements that benefit the water environment. Much of the environment threat to rivers from farming comes from cow waste called slurry, a mix of manure and water that farmers store and spread as fertilizer. But they just been dumping that in the rivers, man. Come on, man. Each of UK's 2.6 million dairy cows produce up to 53 litres of manure a day. That's dung, droppings. That's approximately 50 billion litres of manure a year, enough to fill Wembley Stadium more than 12 times. Come on, man. The slurry produced has to be stored, but it can leak from badly maintained containers, or if too much is applied to the land, or if it rains heavily, it can run off from fields. Serious pollution incidents can lead to persecution. Let me read this part here, the quote here from the lady, I think. The first thing was the smell. It was appalling, she said. As I approached the river, I could see that it was black. Come on, man. The next morning, I went out with my camera and took some videos of the dead fish, man. So now they're harming the ecosystem, harming the animals, man. And all these cows you can see in the pictures, you've got them locked up in cages, no space, in one position. They're getting brutalized. Esau doesn't know how to take care of the animals or the environment, man. Getting dead fishes out here. And this water system that's full of dung and dead fishes, that's being passed around and going through the systems of the city and stuff like that. And it's affecting people. She fears the public are not aware of a great posed by farm slurry to rivers, saying, I think farm pollution has been hidden away for far too long. Damn right it's hidden. Esau knows what he's doing. Esau's trying to harm people, man. That's his nature. Because if Esau was such a good person, he would have revealed this long time ago. He would have prevented this long time ago. But Esau is the devil, man. But the government, farmers, and the dairy industry say that, and it's all about money as well, say that we're all taking steps to tackle slurry pollution in rivers. Yeah, what was I? Yeah, it's been hidden away, man. Yeah, but the government Government, farmers, and the dairy industry say that they're all taking steps to tackle slurry pollution in rivers. One farmer that is leading the way is Kate Hall, based near Saltish in Cornwall. She not only carefully manages her slurry but has installed one of the UK's first covered slurry lagoons, which can capture methane for use to power her tractor. She describes slurry as a liquid gold and says every farmer knows the value of keeping it on the land and out of rivers. Okay, whatever. This is Isaiah 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish, man. Yeah. The earth is mourning. Yeah. The creatures of the earth are mourning. They're facing extinction. They're dying. They're suffering. Having to migrate in places that they're not supposed to be in. Yeah. Their environment is harsh for them because Esau is polluting the world. Esau is destroying the earth. Right? If it's left up to Esau, everybody will be extinct. How do we know that? In the scriptures in Matthew 24. You know, it says that if it was possible, he would deceive the elect. The days shall be shortened. Otherwise, roughly paraphrasing, no flesh shall be saved. So Esau is such a demon that he would destroy himself, his people, and everybody else, and the earth. You know, that's why the Lord has to come back. That's why we need Yahweh Shai, man. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Yeah, and the made wicked inhabitor is Esau, man, the one that's polluting the world. Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant, man. Yeah, Esau, he cast away the scriptures, the Bible behind him. You know? Roughly paraphrases, you know, scripture talks about who are you to use my statutes and judgments. You know? He cast it away behind him, man. Everything Esau teaches or promotes is contrary to the scriptures. Yeah? And he's doing all these type of madness, you know, putting poison in the rivers, you know, and sweeping it under the rug and not talking about it, man. That's an evil person. Therefore have a curse devoured the earth, so the earth is cursed. The trees are cursed, the sea is cursed, the animals are cursed, the people are cursed, you know. The environment is cursed. Why do you think there's all these uproars and protests? You know, about the animals being abused, protests, the cost of living protests, the oil gas protest, police brutality protest. Yeah, so many protests, man, because this earth is wicked, man. Proverbs 29:2. You know, when a wicked ruler rules, the earth mourns, man. But when a righteous ruler rules, you know, there's joy, there's rejoice. Therefore have a curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left, man. Yeah. And look what he's doing to the animals, man. Animals, I said the fishes are dying. Yeah. Thanks to Esau, man. Look at the cows, look at the environment they're in. You know, in cages, chained up. Barely any space. They're stationary, got to face one position. They have no space or freedom to roam around. They're just getting milked off. They're getting brutalized as well, living in harsh conditions. You know, these animals are getting stress and toxins built into their body, man. Yeah, and the people are consuming it, and we adapt to their toxins, and it makes us sick because of the harsh environments they live in. Yeah, because Esau don't know how to take care of the animals, man. Look what the scripture says. Proverbs chapter 12 verse 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. Yeah, a righteous man take care of his beast. Like King David, he was a shepherd. He was taking care of the lamb and the sheep. There's a way you got to take care of them and tend to them. Right? But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Esau's just cruel. He's merciless. He's reckless, man. Yeah? He just loves enslaving things. That's why them cows had chains and, in these little platforms where they have to be stationary, they can't move, they're in one direction. Smells like shit in there, they're getting brutalized, harsh conditions, poor temperature, all of that, man. But anyways, man, this is the hell we live in, man. And Lord willing, Yahushua is coming back to F up this place and give us a new earth and heaven that dwelleth in righteousness, man. But anyways, with that, man, shalom.